Hey, 8:02, Patrick. We would have been sitting here for 12 hours. It was going to go live at 8 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't think the children that we have on the air tonight would have been able to stay up that long.
Nope.
So we have our first in-studio guests ever, which is cool because we get to try out multiple cameras. Bad part, had to wear pants tonight. So we usually do it without those. So, but they're short.
Short.
Yes.
Upper thigh short.
The guests sitting behind us are getting quite the view.
Most people pay, so.
Yeah, I know. None of them have a dollar bill out yet, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
So, pretty busy week. We're coming up on Labor Day weekend. A lot of 2-day shows around the Northwest that a lot of our drivers will be running at. Twin Falls, though, you guys had a pretty good Western Mountain Inc. night last Saturday night, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a good time. Trucks running double mains. It was always good. Jenna Qualley had the right formula. She had the setup. And, we talked to her earlier in the season, and I asked her about this at the track. I was like, you were worried about the setup going into the season for Twin Falls, but whatever her and Jason figured out, they figured it out because, she did it in the both mains. Excuse me. And, there's such a difference because the temperature cooled down so much by the time we got to the last main of the night. It was probably 25, 30 degrees different from when, they ran the first one.
Right. So, yeah, looked pretty good. Speedcast.tv, Tyler, got the first, I know it was a little bumpy getting started, but we got to watch it. He did a great job. So we have a new producer, right? He's happy, ready to stick with it.
He's so excited, and I'm trying to announce. He just came running out to me. He's like, Dad, I need to call Brent right now. I was like, I just gave him my cell phone. I was like, here you go.
Yep. And right when he called, I handed it to Dusty because I was in the middle of a heat race. I'm like, here, Dusty, it's for you. So
he's like, I had to talk to Dusty and then had to talk to Tyler, but we got it figured out. So got it figured out. He was throwing replays up and he's having the time of his life. So
got replays and graphics and the whole thing. So log on to speedcast.tv. You can catch all the action, even on the replays. So if you missed the Magic Valley show, you can go back and take a look at that. We do have a little highlight reel, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it, and then we'll check in at Meridian Speedway. We had a Project Filter sprint car night at Meridian Speedway, and all 4 of our guests were racing. So then we'll lead right into them as they get ready for a couple of big Labor Day shows coming up. So take a look at the Western Mountain Inc. big wheel and bicycle races, and then we'll get right back to you. Not working. Hang on, Patrick. It didn't work. Did you hear the music, though?
I heard that music. It was jamming.
The music was awesome. Now, if we could just get the video to play that I put up there hours ago. We're going to try this again. Watch this. Well, maybe it'll kick on in a minute. There you go. Hey, let's try this one. I should never have done this 3 hours early.
If you people watching at home only understood the amount of time that Brent puts into trying to pull these replays, he's got to post them, he's got to edit them, post them, switch them to the other side, send them to the North Pole. They come back from Santa's workshop, all in hopes that it's going to play when he clicks play.
Yep.
You guys don't even know.
Keep telling them how amazing I am for one more second.
Super amazing. Best guy I've ever met.
Oh, sorry. One more second. Okay, Patrick, Magic Valley Speedway had some cool racing Saturday night. And this is what it looked like.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Well, hang on. My phone's ringing.
Do you want to take that or what?
No, it's on the computer. It's not going to help on there. It's on the computer. Hey, we're just flying through here, Patrick.
It's
Let's
a
see
good
what
time.
everybody wants to say. Joe Daly's watching. He just watched some highlights.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Don Kithcart. Oh, Don Kithcart just hasn't seen me without a hat with this sexy new hairdo. Jeremy White's back on with us. So
what's up, Jeremy?
that's the way you guys can be a part of it once we start talking to these folks. Comment, ask some questions, give us your input, all the cool stuff.
Yep.
So let's take a quick look at what happened at Meridian Speedway. We had some pretty cool action out there, and then we'll be back to chat with 4 of the top 5 Idaho CDL training street stock drivers at Meridian Speedway this year. Hey, I'm back. Great field of legends in the house. Domino's Pizza Legends. We had a regional qualifier. So a couple of the third-gen race teams from Las Vegas came up. We talked to Ashton last week on the show. Brendan came up as well, and they're always fast, Patrick, no matter where they're at. Some good racing, and then they raced on Sunday afternoon at Motorplex at the Mill. So good to see over 20 legends in the pits.
Yeah, that looked like quite a field. The legends and the modifieds. Man, you guys got some good car counts.
Yeah. So during that, looks like let's get some of these. We have like 9,000 comments real quick, and then we'll get to our guests. Don Kithcart, Vintage Racers. All Don has to do is bring them to us, and we'll put them on next Wednesday, because I know they've got the big show coming up this week, and then they'll be back later on in the year for their final during the Pink Lady Classic. Cool. What else did we miss? Jeremy White talking about the Nick Durbin crash into the north end fence. The fence wasn't the hard part. It was that pole that's been cemented in the ground so deep that spun Nick around there. So, tough break for him. I know they'll get that thing back together.
Yeah.
And get him back on track. So, just real quick, if you're not in our area, we'll talk about the big shows coming up here. Twin Falls is dark this weekend. We're going to be racing at Meridian on Monday night. We'll talk to our guests about what's going on Saturday at the Motorplex at the Mill. The Speed Tour Supermods are back in the Treasure Valley this weekend for a big 2-day show.
Nice.
But just up I-84 at Hermiston Raceway, the Labor Day Spectacular is going on. Lacey and the crew have 2 nights of racing with Prolates, Bandolero Regionals. The Legends are having their regional at Hermiston this coming weekend. Streets, Minis, Hobby Stocks, Northwest Super Late Models are on the card for Sunday. So if you're over in the Eastern Oregon area, you can jump down there to Hermiston Raceway and see what they've got going on there.
Right on.
All right. So we've got some guests, Patrick. Idaho CDL Training Street Stocks have been putting on quite a show. And then the McDonald's Street Stock down at Magic Valley as well.
Yep.
It's good to see just in that clip from Saturday. You guys had, 7-8 cars, way up from the 2 or 3 last year. So Street Stock's really rebuilding down there in Twin Falls.
Yeah, it's growing. And Adam even put out an incentive, I think he said, for the last few races that he was going to, any new street stock racers that come, he's going to tack on a few $100 just for showing up. So, we could have it grow. Yeah. And people can just get some cash for showing up. So that'd be good.
Sweet. So first in-studio guest and one out-of-studio guest. Look at that. Wave, everyone. You're on the air. Patrick, do you get your questions ready for these fine ladies?
Yeah, so you introduce the names. I'll start firing away, dude. I've been waiting for that. I got a whole already.
Look at that. He's even got them all written down.
Yeah.
So we're hanging out with Meridian Speedway, Idaho CDL Training points leader, Taylor Ochapenti. Hung on to that points lead this weekend. Is this guy in second now, Taylor? Andrew Palmer closed the gap. He's in second spot. Andrew's down there. He's getting ready for round number 2 of the Triple Crown out at the Motorplex at the Mill on Saturday. Coming off a pretty good run at Meridian Speedway Saturday night. Samantha Raymond. Wave, Sam. See there's a little hand. Well, you can't see it, but I got a little hand. I'm pointing to them with the computer. She's having a great year. Right there in the top 5 with the Idaho CDL Training Streets, and Kendra Ochapenti. Wave Kendra is right there as well. Scott Groom, the other car in the top 5 at Meridian. But we got these 4. We got the superstars here tonight. So I'm going to let you start, Patrick. Let's fire him off some Patrick questions, and then we'll talk a little racing, and then we'll fire off some more Patrick questions and see if they did their homework. I gave them a slight hint, but not a very good one about what they're going to be at.
All right. So first we'll start with Andrew. I don't know if I've asked you this before, but I need your race day pre-race meal, favorite meal.
I actually try not to eat on race day as much as possible.
Oh.
Especially in the left side waist.
So what?
You get nervous? You like be puking in the car?
No, just seem to do better when I don't eat.
Okay.
So what if Patrick and I
Yep.
were at the racetrack and you had to eat and we were cooking? What would you ask us to cook? And we are chefs. It could be anything.
Oh man, so it's gourmet. Yeah, probably just a burger would do it.
He needs a burger, Patrick.
It's best food. Yep.
My guy. Okay, yeah.
Cheeseburger.
All right, yeah. Okay, now
Okay.
we're talking. All right.
Saturday at the Motorplex at the mill. If I bring you a cheeseburger, you better eat it.
Okay,
Actually,
so
be better.
All right.
Be better if he ate it during the main event, don't you think, Patrick? While he's racing.
Yes, I was going to say do one
I
hand
could
on
do
the
that.
wheel, Dale Earnhardt senior style, and then just hamburger other. I'd pay to see that. Put
Yeah.
a GoPro on the dash.
I'll put a GoPro in. Yeah, I got one. So
I'll buy the burger straight up. I'll
Give me the
send it. I'll
burger.
DoorDash it from Utah if I have to. Whatever, we'll do it.
first yellow that comes out, I'll chow down.
Well, Patrick or Andrew, we said while you were racing, not under a yellow. Be a man.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Got to
okay.
be under green. Yeah, full. Just stuff everywhere, hamburger everywhere. Fighting on the wheel.
I'll try.
Right on. Okay, so for the three amigos, then, so I want to know same thing. Race day snack / meal. What do you go? What's your go-to?
Probably just a sandwich or something. Nothing too heavy.
Cold cut. What kind of sandwich are we talking? PB and J.
Whatever's available. Honestly,
Whatever's available.
Any sandwich will do.
Microphone's not working.
The extra mayo, you gotta have extra mayo.
Is it not working?
Either that or he's got a.
Hold it really close.
Hello.
There you go. That works.
There you
Be
go.
like that.
Do I need to put a picture of some like hot chick on it right there by your mouth?
Yep, right here.
There you go.
So do,
Okay.
do I need to repeat?
Yes, you need to repeat.
Okay. Just any kind of sandwich, preferably. Am I?
Yeah, do you like want
Whiter
cold
wheat.
meat, whiter wheat?
Hoagie, if I could get it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Extra mayo.
Oh, now it's getting serious. See, before it
Always.
was just any kind of sandwich. Now we're going to the fixins.
Yeah. Extra mayo is going to cause you some intestinal issues when you go green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It definitely adds a few more pounds on the left side weight, but I mean,
Oh, that's a racer right there. Yes.
it's worth it.
Okay, Sam, what about you?
I'm the same as Andrew. I try not to eat before racing, but after racing, I love tacos.
Tacos?
Tacos. I'm a big taco gal.
Mild? Spicy? What are you doing?
Zero spice.
Zero
Yeah,
spice.
can't do it.
Okay. Kendra,
Mm.
No food.
what about drink? We do energy drinks? What are we doing? Dr. Pepper?
Coffee and body armor.
What
Coffee
flavor?
and what?
Body armor?
No.
Watermelon, strawberry.
Okay. I can respect that. Okay.
Minus the watermelon and the strawberry. Ugh.
No, it's,
Need
it's
orange.
decent, dude. It's decent. Try it.
Is it
Recommend
good?
Yeah, coconut water
try
in
one.
that too. Electrolytes. Need them.
Oh, here's one of our regulars. Says Taylor, you need to use your big boy voice next time.
Oh, is that Joe?
From Joe Daly.
Oh, hi, Joe. Speak up.
There you go. Okay.
We got to get a squatch juice for
I
the
know.
guests. You know what I mean? And then
Yep.
it brings
Yep.
it out. You know what I mean?
Yes. Squatch juice. We're going to be talking about that in a
I
week or
got
two.
some in my trailer.
See, Andrew's already squatch juicing.
Okay.
What's your next one?
So like, is there an item that you must have with you? Some kind of superstitious, people might say, item in your car during a race? Andrew Palmer.
No.
You don't have like
I wear
a
a
hidden
cross on my
like
neck.
teddy
That's
bear.
about it. No. I got a cross on my neck. That's it. That's
Okay.
no,
So-
not very superstitious.
Okay.
Got a
Patrick,
green
I think
car.
what he's asking for is a picture of you and I to put on the dashboard.
You guys give me stuff. I'll throw it in.
Yeah, and
Might
then
have
if
to
he,
make that happen with a Polaroid, huh? We'll get one.
yeah, there we go.
Perfect.
All right. So what about you guys, Taylor?
I don't really have anything in the car.
Gosh, dude, this is a huge opportunity. You should have said, I got to have a picture of Sam in the car. Come on.
Yeah. I
We're-
know.
We are so trying to help this kid, but he just won't
I
listen.
just keep messing it up. I mean, the wedding's only a month away, so I still have time to win.
Yeah, you're gonna have some work to do to make that one up. For the folks at home, if you don't know, so there's a romantic connection there between Taylor and Sam. So there's pending nuptials. So early October, is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Well. Congratulations.
So Taylor,
Yes, sir.
do you have any superstitions or anything that gives you good luck on a Saturday night at the racetrack?
Yeah, there's one major thing that really keeps me going. Keeps me going real fast because I know she's coming up right behind me, trying to pass me. Is this beautiful woman right here?
Nice try.
And next week.
Sam, what about you?
I have absolutely nothing.
Mm-mm. I can see why you two are together. This is good.
Yeah.
The match made
Yep.
in heaven.
You guys are working out. I can see. Okay.
Yeah.
Kendra?
Imagine those conversations at home. What do you want for dinner? Nothing.
Yeah.
You want to watch anything on TV? Not tonight. All right. Good night. What about you, Kendra?
No nasty green.
Oh,
Shots
I don't
fired?
know, the green does pretty good for me.
tell you what, Andrew. I think the 99 needs a nice big green stripe down it.
I
will
got
talk-
some vinyl.
I will talk to the officials to make sure that you get one free swipe. at the
He's
side of
being
that
nice.
black
He's
stripe.
like, I've got a green sticker. Brett's trying to get him direct.
You know he's a real street stock racer, and he's like, I got extra doors and I got extra vinyl. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ready to roll.
Yep.
Okay, so while Patrick's gathering some more, Andrew, for the racing part, tell us a little bit about what got you into it. And you've definitely come in full steam ahead this year. Just tell us a little Andrew Palmer history on why we see you rolling around these racetracks in Southwest Idaho.
Yeah, we always went to the races when I was younger. I've always wanted to do it. My grandpa raced for a lot of years. Then all of a sudden he decided to buy my sister a race car. So I just kind of helped out with that. And then when she decided she didn't want to do it anymore, they gave me the opportunity, and that's kind of where we're at now. So, it's
So the
been
classes,
a lot of time spent practicing.
and that is true. He's every Thursday. I mean, I think it says a lot. It's not just a commitment. 12 times a year for this team.
That was one of the things I was going to ask. Is to say, Andrew, is what's been your biggest learning curve? Like, what's been the biggest thing you've had to focus on in this class?
I overdrive a lot in the street stock. So backing off my entry has been the hardest thing all year. When you're in the middle of a race and you want to go to the center of the corner and you got to just get off the gas to get in smooth so you can get out smooth. That's been the hardest part. But I think we're getting it down pretty good.
He made a big jump towards the top of the standings this weekend, so going to shape up to be a pretty good run to the 2024 championship chase. But not only Meridian, you've been running. You ran down there with Patrick and the guys at Twin Falls, preparing for round number 2 of the Triple Crown series at Emmett. Have you got to take some laps out at Emmett yet?
Not in the street stock. I did months ago, 5 laps, and then that was it. So, I mean, I just know that track's got a lot to do with brakes, and that's kind of what we're focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know what to expect yet.
Yeah. So Brent Cool and the folks down at Twin, what's your wrestler name if you want to wear that belt that Jesse took? What's the Andrew Palmer wrestler name? Do you remember? I'm glad it really sunk in.
Is it Roddy Rowdy or is that someone else.
Rowdy, I don't know.
Rowdy I
Rodney?
think it's the Rowdy one. Something like that. I think that's it.
Brent Cools.
I don't know.
So
My dad came
disappointed
up
in
with
you.
it.
Okay. So
I know.
Saturday night, we're gonna be doing some pit stop podcast live. Travis said he would love us to do a few heat races and stuff live on the page. So I'm gonna come find you. We're gonna have to know for sure, because especially since there's a chance that Jen and DJ might be talking to you in Victory Lane, right? So don't forget your wrestling
I'll
name.
find out.
What's your goals, man? I mean, I know you've been
It's-
doing some pro late racing, some late model racing, street stock racing. What's your favorite?
You know, I like the street stock class a lot more, but I like driving the late model a lot more, if that makes sense. It is Rowdy
Yep.
Rodney Palmer.
There you go.
So
Good thing you got
yeah.
family behind you, keeping you.
That's the goal. I mean, that's the key. But yeah, the late model's fun just because it's fast and you can really feel the difference in the corners. But the street stock class has always been just really good racing from what I've seen. So.
Awesome. Okay, Kendra. Since I know you're going to take 30 minutes of our time, she's a talker, Patrick, so you may have to stop her.
Okay. So, question for Kendra. Give me most memorable moment you've had on track this season.
Hitting the wall.
Okay, so
Well, now you have to. Well, you explain that situation to us.
do tell, please.
You can't just hit the wall. There must have been a reason. The track wasn't wide enough. Is that what you?
Yeah.
Was it your fault? Someone else's fault?
This is almost like running for president. This is the politically correct question here.
Go ahead. Whose fault was it?
If
Put
you
their
give me,
name out there.
if you give me like 3.5 minutes, I actually have a video.
I have 2 wins this season that were really good.
Do you like? Have you? Was one better than the other? More memorable?
Probably the last one.
Okay, very good.
I gave her 4 days notice, Patrick. I'm sorry.
No worries. So, as a female driver, then in this street stock class, do you feel like you face any unique challenges?
No.
Sweet. I love talkers. This is great.
Yes. Hey, speaking of talkers, do you have a question for Sam?
Sam. Okay. All right. Do you like to talk, Sam?
Depends.
Okay. We're gonna try here. We're gonna shoot.
I'll put it this way, Patrick. She said, if you want me on the podcast, I have to come to the house, because if I do it virtually, I might not do it. So that's why she's here. But the doors
Okay.
are locked, and we're not letting her out till she answers about 12 questions.
Deal. What's the biggest challenge you've had this season, Sam?
The biggest challenge I've had, I'd say just having confidence in myself. I'm at the point where, we're dialing the car in. Now it's just working on my confidence and believing in myself and just pushing myself.
So, what could help you achieve a higher self-confidence?
No idea. Working on it.
Do you find that there's anything like something happens pre-race or anything that maybe helps you just feel like, do you have a favorite song you jam out to or something like that helps?
I jam out to a lot of Nickelback on the way to the track. That might help a little bit.
Okay.
Go back.
Okay. I was going to ask that too. That was one of my other questions is what do you jam out to or favorite song? So,
See, she's 2 for 1 on that one.
okay. So
She was the fastest street stock in practice the other night.
all right.
I think she was pretty happy about that.
Very happy.
So we got to get a Bluetooth zip tied in the car then Nickelback, right? During the race. That's
Exactly. That's
It could-
exactly what I need.
It could happen.
We could
Taylor.
do that.
It could happen. Taylor. It could
Yeah.
happen. Taylor. Okay. So how about this, Sam, then? So you race with and or against Taylor. how do you balance that and support each other on and off the track?
You know, not too sure. That's all we've ever known as a couple is just racing against each other. I
Okay.
mean, what we've done. It's
Are-
tough sometimes, but
Are there nights at the track where you're just like, I just hope I'm just gonna send him to the back when
there may or may not have been a few times.
that's a definite yes. I know a yes
That's
when I
a
hear
yes.
one. Okay. Very good. But are there times maybe on track you're like, I gotta take it a little easy on this guy. He's had a rough day or a rough week.
Never.
I
Absolutely
like
not.
Sam. I like Sam.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
Taylor has 2 flat tires. She's still passing him. See you, buddy.
She was deflating him in the pits before, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so Taylor, let me ask you this then. You're racing against family, I mean, times 2, right? Basically with these ladies here. So how do you balance those dynamics? Because I know you want to win, but do you ever find yourself like maybe not making a move you might make if you're racing against a couple of other people, knowing that you've got family in those cars?
Not that I have the family in it, but just because if I messed up, I would have to fix their car.
Mm.
I wouldn't make a certain move. But no, believe it or not, I actually run them just as hard, if not as hard as everyone else. But
Andrew disagreed with you.
The dog's calling BS.
That dog's like, Taylor's a liar. You're okay.
Okay, Taylor, how about this then? Have you had a race this season where you just kind of felt like everything was just clicking, like everything was just working for you?
not this year.
Not this year. Okay, so we've had some struggles.
Yeah, we've just been fighting the handling of the car, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out.
Okay, so then how about this, Taylor? So if there's somebody that's thinking about getting into street stock racing, kind of unsure about it, what advice would you give to somebody maybe looking into it?
I mean, I don't necessarily know if this falls just under street stocks, but I mean, you wanna comment on that, Andrew?
Well, that's good background. I like that.
Yeah, they're over there working, wondering why I'm not.
Why you're not working? Hey, tell them you're on a high. Tell them you're with NBC Sports, and there might be like a cheeseburger in it for you Saturday. You can't be. You
Yeah,
can't
that's exactly what
be,
I
can't
was
be
saying.
interrupted at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell them they're making too much noise.
Yeah, that is good background though, Patrick. We need race car motors on the
Clip
podcast
it.
more
Yeah,
often.
we're gonna have to get that. Yep.
Yeah, we need to record
I can
that
get
next time and
closer
send it
if you
to
want.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay, so Taylor, what advice would you give to someone?
Just have fun. I tend to really get annoyed, so I need to take this advice a lot. The whole reason we're doing it is just for a good time. It's there's points and stuff and a lot of money involved, but at the end of the day, it's it's for fun. So just don't stress out about it.
Okay.
Let me ask then, what part of is there? I know obviously everybody wants to win, like that's the best thing. But aside from that, I want to ask this of everybody: what's like your favorite part of race day? Is it like when you get to the track, or is it hanging out with the crew? What's like? Is there a certain part that you're just like, I can't wait for that part of the day?
You go first, Andrew. Cheeseburger Palmer, according to Joe Daly.
Okay. Is there a certain part of the day that cheeseburgers can distract me? Can you say that again?
Yeah, a certain part of the day that you're looking forward to, whether it might be getting to the track or maybe first getting out onto the track in the car, or when the green flag drops, is there hanging out with the crew? What is it? Is there a certain part that you just really enjoy?
Yeah, pretty much from the green flag until most of the time 2 a.m. is my favorite time. I love the racing, and then I like going around and talking to everyone after the racing. So, I mean, getting to make connections and meet new people almost every weekend is pretty awesome.
Taylor, your favorite part of the day?
Pretty much that, anytime in the race car after the races, hanging out with everybody. Andrew, you missed your opportunity to say unwrapping my first cheeseburger of the day is my favorite part.
That's my favorite part of the day. I get to the track, get a Dr. Pepper and a double cheeseburger with jalapenos on it. Bab will open that up.
Delicious.
Sam?
I really like after the races, just seeing everyone come through the pits and how many people, all the little kids, they have so much fun, and whether you do good or bad, they're so excited to come see you, sit in the car. That's probably my favorite.
Kendra?
We forgot what the boys said. You want to reiterate that for us?
I like driving my race car and talking to people at the end.
Do you guys, so you guys all have kind of mentioned that after the races, you guys like how do I ask this question? How soon after the races, like you'll go and you'll hang out in the pits, they have the party, the whole thing. How soon after do you start thinking about the next, I got to do this for the next race, or I got to fix this on the car? How soon does your mind kind of switch over to that next race mode?
Me?
Yes.
Probably not till Sunday morning. We all go to breakfast and start talking about things that we want to change, and it's usually a lot. And then we spend all week doing it. It's a different car every week. Yeah, so I mean, we kind of just enjoy the moment Saturday night and then get back to work Sunday morning.
Taylor?
It immediately. The second something happens, I'm like immediately thinking about it.
Does that make it harder for you to have a good time after the races?
Sometimes, I mean, if it's something little, whatever. If my motor blows, crap, man.
Yeah. Sam?
Kind of just depends how the race was. Sometimes we'll talk about it as soon as I get out of the car, or next time I see my dad, we'll talk about it, which is typically the next race day. We figure something out.
Kendra?
Patrick, can you repeat the question for the Nampa High School graduate behind me, please?
How soon after the race do you switch your mind over to thinking about the next race and what you got to change?
Immediately, especially when it's something you can't figure out.
So
Okay.
on the day that you hit the wall, how soon as you headed towards that wall were you thinking, I'm going to have to fix this?
Literally that night.
So I find that super interesting, and I appreciate you guys being honest about this. Because like Andrew, he might not think about it till the next day. Some of you guys are automatically switching over, thinking about the next race. Sometimes right after the race. But what Sam said about being able, they want to go down and enjoy and seeing the little kids. I've got kids. My kids are those kids that want to go see you guys after the races. Doesn't matter if you win or not. They love just being able to say that they met, the race car drivers, and that's one of the things that I didn't grow up in racing. That not until I was older was that part of my life. But one of the things that I've always respected and admired about race car drivers is whether they've had a good night at the track or a bad night. It's like you guys are all willing to hang out and spend some time with like my kids. And help them feel like they're on top of the world because they got to meet their favorite race car driver. So even if your brain is already thinking what you got to fix, what you got to change, adjust setups for the next race, I can tell you guys, all four of you, I appreciate that you guys are always willing to hang out, party in the pits and stuff for the fans like I am and my kids. So I think that's really cool. Sam said she likes Nickelback. I want to know what you other guys like. Do you have a race day song or like a band? Who do you jam out? Let's start with Kendra. Kendra, who do you like to jam out to?
I just listened to a mix of country.
Kind of hard to hear. You said a mix.
Poster. There you go.
What?
Tell him again. A mix
What's
of
in-
what?
Yeah, what's
A
in the
mix.
mix? We talking
Country
like
music and rock music.
okay? We talking country like today country? We talking like '90s country? Who are we talking about? Morgan Wallen or Tim McGraw? Who are we talking about?
Both.
Both.
hmm
Shania?
hmm
Are we talking OG like Dolly Parton?
Not that far back.
No
You need to
Jolene.
be turned up.
Okay.
You don't listen to Dolly Parton?
Not on race day.
Oh, she's got two amazing voices.
Yeah, it's true.
It is, isn't it, Patrick?
Yeah.
We're old.
Yeah, too old. Sam, Nickelback. Is there anybody else in the mix?
Nickelback, and I do listen to a lot of Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. Okay. So hot right now, huh? Morgan Wallen. Taylor.
Lately, my go-to song has been "Unwritten" by Natasha Bedingfield.
Wow.
That's
That's It's
out of
been-
left field. Unexpected. Okay.
That
All right.
is- that song is amazing. That one gets me going.
What was it?
What was it again?
It's "Unwritten" by Natasha Bedingfield.
Unwritten.
Unwritten just got written. That's
All
probably
right.
going to jam out to
Oh.
that in about 20 minutes.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
That one.
Wait, he's going to sing it.
No, that's
Oh,
a little brief.
That was it. You never know. What about Andrew?
You know,
Before you answer,
I'm
Andrew,
a freaking
one of your family members has already given me and Patrick a little sneak peek. So let's see if you and your family are on the same.
Oh, hi, Mom.
So what's your what's your
I think
tune?
my
And then we'll
mom-
tell you what-
I think she mistakes the fact that I gift her something that always says "You Are My Sunshine" with me liking the song "You Are My Sunshine," because that's
One
what
right
she
there?
would sing to us when we were little. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do like Tiny Dancer.
Okay.
Elton John was always a lot of what we listened to as kids. I think I'm leaning more towards kind of 90s country right now, really. I pretty much listen to everything, but that's been the consistent.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Joe Daly says you're a Swiftie.
Yeah, you know.
Andrew.
he's
Take that
projecting.
back, Joe.
All right. Okay, so
These are lifelong questions, you guys.
who?
My,
Yeah, I
my
got a lot,
sponsors
so I'm trying to figure ones that'll actually get you guys to talk.
brought me another hat to wear.
You got a new sponsor hat? I saw you got a new
Yeah.
sponsor. Okay.
I did get a
That
new
in
sponsor, but this is the old one.
Oh,
They just like to interrupt me, is all.
that's okay. You can
Okay,
always
here's-
tell them to sit down and be on the air with you.
It's true.
Go ahead, Patrick.
Okay, here's a question, Andrew. Craziest thing, not on the track. Craziest thing that you've ever happened to you in the pits.
Let's see. Let's see. I got some very loud constructive criticism my first year.
Mm.
The right up in your face kind, you know, but it worked. So I think I needed it. Just pulled a risky move in a heat race, and I think it worked out good in the end to hear how upset some people were. So that's probably the craziest thing that's happened. I'm not one to get in fights or do anything like that. I just kind of keep to myself about things I'm not happy about after races. So
Okay. Was it a respected veteran that was throwing these 4-letter words at you?
I never say anything about 4-letter words.
I know racers.
Yeah. He's a good guy. I like him a lot.
Constructive criticism means a lot to F
Constructive
words.
criticism. Yeah, it
Was it
worked
that
out. Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Okay, Taylor, what about you? Craziest thing that's ever happened in the pits to you? Nothing. You tell me nothing. You never seen nothing crazy in the pits?
I've seen a lot of crazy things, but nothing really crazy with me. But
Okay, so what's crazy you've seen?
maybe Jesse confronting Andrew was pretty cool.
That one.
So there's the name right there. Okay, we got it. All right.
So here's the weird thing on
Jesse
these
says
comments.
I don't regret it at all. Yes.
You got Jesse there, and then I don't know. Did Jesse rip your pants? Because then your mom jumps in and said, "Rip this pants."
No.
Oh, okay.
Airing
I don't know
stuff
what
out.
she's saying.
So I was gonna
man.
say we need to talk to the old Jesse James about ripping other driver's pants if he might got a little too close.
That's constructive criticism right there.
That's constructive.
It was. It worked. So.
It worked.
Hey, yeah, message got across, Jesse. So thank you.
Yeah.
Let me ask this K4 Sam and Kendra different question. If you guys race in a go-kart race, who wins?
Me.
That was quick. That was
I'm gonna
quick.
say me. Be selfish and say me.
Maybe we could do a little remote live show from a go-kart track one of these days. Maybe have that go down. You know what I'm saying?
You know, on Saturday
Yes,
we're going to be
you
at
guys-
the Motorplex at the mill that happens to have a warehouse full of go-karts.
I may or may not have known that. I don't know. That's random. It was a random question.
Grudge match.
Just saying.
So if you're both going to win, who takes who out first to get the win?
We don't race like
Yeah.
that, unfortunately.
But unfortunately, with two of you,
We
you
take
both
you
can't.
out.
You both can't
Go-kart.
win.
We take you out.
Pure talent.
All right.
Okay, here's a question for Taylor and Sam. If you could pick a color for the other's car to be painted, what color would you pick? Have to change color. Can't be what it is now.
I would paint his hot pink and purple.
Matches his nails. How would you return the favor, Taylor?
Lime green and orange.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
She'd probably go faster, dude. I don't know what your guys' problem is.
That blue sparkly paint she's got weighs her down.
Now, Patrick, you didn't tell me you were going to ask questions that were going to get my butt kicked right here in this room.
sorry, man.
That's why we kept Palmer in a different zip code for this one,
Yeah,
just to keep us all safe.
in a different county.
I don't know why you guys don't love the green.
Let me ask Andrew. Andrew, here's a question for you. We're wrapping the season down, kind of in the later stage. But do you have what's your strategy for improving in the last few races that you've got coming up? Aside from that, we can send Jesse to your pit area.
Get Jesse back out on the track. That's what we need to do. Just continuing to learn from races that I don't do so good in. You don't learn anything, I think, when you do good. Mostly because you don't think about it. You're just too happy that you did good. So in the ones that you're not first place in or the ones that you're not top three in, you got to go back and look and be like, okay, what did I do here? Or what did I do there? Or should I have backed off? Or should I have charged further? Or those kind of things. Okay.
And so if you're wanting to improve, who's your go-to? Like if you've got a question you want to ask somebody something on somehow you can get better. Who's your go-to?
There's so many people that have helped me this year when it comes to driving, when it comes to cars. I mean, we've got Fenton, Phenopoulos. I've talked to Jesse. I've talked to Scott. I've talked to, everyone that I think is better than me, I go talk to. So, just you look at the people who have won championships and the people who have won 4 races in a row, and you want to do what they're doing. So, it's kind of, I don't really have a go-to guy other than probably my dad, but everyone helps big time.
Right on. Taylor, do you have someone that you kind of is your go-to? Like if you've got a question?
Well, it's always my grandpa first. But same thing. I've gone to a lot of people, ask for questions. Same thing. I'd go down to Jesse. Jesse seems to have it all figured out. I'd shoot him a question. Or T. Roy. He's helped me a lot. So.
T-Roy.
Oh yeah, good old T. Roy.
Sam, let me ask you this. Going to be getting yourself hitched here in a little bit. Do you see that changing anything for how you race against Taylor?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah,
enough
we can
said.
sleep in the same doghouse.
There you go.
That's about
Okay.
it.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Kendra, is there somebody that in particular, for maybe somebody that doesn't know you, is there anybody that inspired you to get into racing? Who inspired you the most?
My mom and my grandpa.
One of them more than the other, or is that kind of equal?
It's pretty equal.
Good answer. Good answer.
Just because mom's sitting in the room and
I was going to say she's probably right there listening like this, like you say your mama. Say. Brent, do you have any questions?
Yeah, are you? Did you
I
make
got
your list?
more, but I mean, it's up to you. I just don't like
Yeah.
take the whole thing.
Well, let's just ask. We know Kendra and Taylor, Andrew, Sam. What got you into the racing thing? Obviously, Taylor and Kendra following in their family's footsteps. But where did Samantha Raymond jump into it, and why?
Yeah, I didn't really grow up around a racetrack. I started racing when I was 20 years old. My uncle started racing back in, I think, like 2016. And we started just showing up in the stands, supporting him. And I kept telling my family, I want to race too, but they did not take me serious until I was older. And they threw me in his modified, and that's the first race car I ever drove. And then they ended up buying me a car with some fenders on it. So 2020 was my first season. And yeah.
If you could race if you had to race in a different class, couldn't race in street stock anymore, which class would you go to?
Driving the modified was fun. I don't know. They're pretty intimidating out there. Big wheels.
Kendra, what about you? If you had to switch classes, which class would you switch to?
Late model.
A late model? Taylor?
1000% a sprint car, non-wing, wing, midget. Get me in an open wheel.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You just want to be open wheel.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
Okay, right on. And Andrew?
Yeah, I'm with Taylor on that one. I want to be in an open wheel pretty bad.
Right on.
That seems.
We need to go half and half.
I mean, if you're down, dude.
Yeah, half.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to see that sprint car.
It'd be sick.
It would be.
The sprint cars are. It's just a whole nother level. It'd be awesome.
Very much so. What else, Patrick?
If you guys had to, between the four of you right here, so Kendra, if you had to switch cars with one of those other three, who would you switch cars with for one race?
Andrew, because he's beating us. But I would have to change the color.
You can't change
I was
the
gonna
color.
say,
You just have to get in the car.
Green.
Well, there are. You have to get in there. Car
Say that.
as is turnkey race car.
Turnkey.
I want to see an Ochpenti Weaver family member in an all green race car. Andrew, just maybe
Let's make it happen.
we're just gonna put them in it one night. Got to be a picture that we get of all of them working on it or something.
Perfect.
Okay. Taylor, describe your sibling rivalry with Kendra in 3 words.
He would have asked you, but we knew we weren't going to get 3 words out of you, so we're going to
I would
Taylor.
have got just one and a half. So He's like respect, love, admiration.
Yeah.
Move
No.
away now.
Move away. Yeah. All right, Andrew. If your race car could talk about how you drive, what do you think it would say?
Take it
Holy-
easy. I don't
No, I'm
know. Holy shit. Holy
Easy
crap.
on the cheeseburgers.
Yeah, easy. Yes. Wait. Yes. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Kendra, if you could race on any racetrack, anywhere, what racetrack would you like to race on?
Take your time.
Well, I've never really been to any other racetrack, so I guess Tri-Cities.
Tri-City, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. That
Okay,
would be a cool racetrack.
right on. Sam, you got to choose a cartoon character as your co-pilot for a race. Who you choosing? This is important information we need to know.
I would choose Stitch.
Stitch,
Stitch.
From Lilo and Stitch.
because he's lightweight,
You know
right?
what that
That's
is?
why.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I can
He's
see that.
blue.
He's okay. All right. All right.
Stitch.
I like it.
That'd be hard for an announcer. Here comes Sam and the Stitch. Got to watch
Yeah.
it.
Sam and Stitch.
Sorry, Patrick and I think in different ways.
Dude, we're just different guys. That's why we do what we do.
It's hard to be like us.
Taylor, if let's say not a cartoon character, if you had a mascot for you, what's your mascot? Like, what is it? Is it like a bear? Is it like a shark? You got a mascot?
Unicorn.
Probably bald eagle.
Oh.
But America,
Nice.
respect.
There you go. Amen.
So if anybody knows anybody that's got any eagle mascot suits, call us. Let us know. We can make that happen for a race.
We should make it happen.
Fun fact: I did a day in the mascot suit at Rocky Mountain Raceways. It's a giant raccoon. One of the hardest things I've ever done. Crazy. Had makeup
No
on
warm
it.
in there.
Whole deal. It was crazy. Yeah, it stunk. It was bad.
You stunk?
Oh yeah. It was bad.
Smelled
Kids
like
loved
one
it.
of these-
Kids,
One
yeah,
of these
it was-
race car drivers.
It was a birthday party, but it was fun. But not
Joe
as
Daly
easy.
said platypus.
Platypus.
I'm not sure if he's talking about himself or if he's recommending that to one of our guests.
He's the Sasquatch.
He says it. Taylor
Yeah,
says
we
he's a
gotta-
Sasquatch.
Ginormous squatch.
The Sasquatch.
What's a platypus? I don't know what that is.
What?
Is it a fish?
No, it's like a beaver with a bill.
It's like a billed amphibious animal. Yeah, like a beaver.
You don't know, like
Oh.
Perry the platypus, man?
Harry? Oh, they both knew. No. Man. Oh,
Harry the platypus.
Harriet?
Harry.
Harry.
Oh, Harry.
With a P.
Boy, Patrick, this went downhill quick when they threw a platypus at me. Thanks, Daly.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's I had to look it up right here. It's a
They're like amphibious
fascinating
mammals.
mammal native to Australia.
Yeah, they lay eggs and they're mammals.
Duckbill, web feet,
Ooh.
egg laying. Says venom. That's weird. I don't know. Anyways, we gotta
Wow.
get back. Yeah, that's all right. That's enough of Patrick's weird questions for the night.
Okay. Wow, platypus.
Once we
All
hit
right,
platypus, that's it. Really.
And Joe Daly did say that was for Taylor. So I don't know how that ties in together or not. But
That's the mascot. We got to get a platypus
Yeah.
and an eagle and make them fight.
platypus, an eagle, and a stitch.
Yeah.
A platygal.
Well, okay.
Like a mix
I know
of
what
a
an eagle
platypus and an eagle. You know?
Yeah. I still don't know what a stitch is, but I'll ask them when they're done. I don't know, Patrick.
Yeah, that's like a.
He's an alien.
I don't know. Yeah,
They're
he's like a little.
uncultured, man.
He's like a weird alien dude. Disney, late '90s. I don't know. Hawaiian. Yeah.
Crazy thing is, like, the views just went off the charts because they're like, these guys are drunk or something. They're talking about platypuses and stitches.
We'll do what it takes to get the views. We just want people to enjoy the show. So, we'll
Yeah,
talk
this-
about cheeseburgers and platypuses, whatever.
I think that Joe Daly misspelled his own product. It's not Aquatatch juice. It's Aquatch juice.
Aquatch juice.
It's pretty good. I like it a lot.
Joe, send some samples down to Twin Falls so I can try it out.
Yep, we're gonna get Joe on here next week, and I think he has some ideas we're gonna chat about. So, Kendra, last couple of races of the year, who's helped you out, and what are your not only your expectations, what's your goal to wrap this season up, and who's going to help you get there?
My grandma and grandpa have helped me, my uncle, my mom, my brother, Marv's Tire, and Sonic. And what?
What's your goal for the year?
My goal is to not let Andrew pass me and pass Taylor in point.
So your goal is to win the championship and put Taylor and Andrew back down the podium a little bit. Okay. I don't know, Andrew. Sounds like there's got to be some green paint swapped if it's going to get that way.
Yeah. That's a good thing I got vinyl.
Yeah. What about you, Taylor? Pretty close.
Same thing. We got this.
Nobody else you want to add? Like that
Amazing.
beautiful woman that's sitting in the same room.
This beautiful woman.
Okay, now it's getting mushy. What about you, Sam?
Number one, my dad. Obviously, wouldn't be able to do anything without him. Joe, my mom, Andrea, my sponsors, Magic and Perfect Heating and Air.
You're still on. I just
Okay.
erased this again. I do that once every show. Go ahead.
And Boise Windshield Company. They've been with us since 2020. They're amazing. Goal, really want to finish top 3. I've been fighting that for 4 years. And then obviously a main event win would be really nice.
All right. Andrew, you've done lots of laps and lots of classes at lots of racetracks. Who's helped you this year? And you probably have a couple goals. You got a couple classes that you're definitely in reach of picking up a title here this year. So what's the rest of the year look like, and who's helped you get here?
Yeah, well, for the rest of the year, we're just going to focus on doing the best we can in the late model and the street stock here in Meridian. We'll make it back out to Twin Falls at least one more time. Some things happened and we had to skip a race or two there. But we just got these guys on board. Freedom Payments, they're helping us out. Bobby's Transmissions, my dad, my grandpa. I mean, all my family is super supportive. They come out and cheer for me all the time. So that helps a lot, knowing you got people backing you. It's good for the mental. So that's pretty much it.
All right. So there you go, Patrick. Really, at the way the points are sitting now, any of these drivers can find themselves at the top of the podium, top of the board by the time October rolls around. Of course, at Meridian, we run all the way till the end of October. So, and for the street stock class, you just throw 3 main events at them the last night. So a lot of things can change on the trunk or treat Saturday afternoon.
That's going to make for a good Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So this
Free
weekend,
candy and racing.
free candy, free racing, and needing some new green vinyl if anybody's in the way, maybe. I don't know. See what happens. But at least you got all winter to fix it, right?
My bumper is clean, people.
He's like, no, I really. What was that, Kendra? Your microphone wasn't up to your mouth, so that Andrew. Your microphone's off? So do you want me to make up what you said to Andrew, or do you want to tell him? She said she hopes your bumper stays clean. She was just being
Me
nice.
too.
Yeah,
Me
thank you. Everybody's happy. Hey, Saturday night, Jesse James Lawson picked up round number 1 of the Triple Crown down at Twin. Patrick and I were down there to see that. Round number 2 at the Motorplex at the Mill. Speed Tour Super Modifieds return to the Treasure Valley for the Labor Day weekend. They're going to be at the Mill, which is going to be a pretty awesome show. I know Mark and the whole gang, they're loading up down there in California area, Colorado as well, coming out. The Modifieds, the Street Stocks, the Prolates, the Non-Wings are going to be out there at the Motorplex at the Mill. A little different schedule out there, qualifying at 3:45 and opening ceremonies at 5 o'clock. And then as they do each and every night out there at the Mill, they invite you to hang around and go over to the Roadhouse, and their party is in the pits, in the restaurant, in the bar for the rest of the night there on Saturday. And then take Sunday off. Monday, September 2nd, Labor Day, Speed Tour Super Modifieds presented by A1 Heating and Air. The Zamp NASCAR late models are in the house. Pepsi Sprint Cars, the Vintage Sprint Cars, Boise Bath and Kitchen Minis, and Hornets. Patrick, that's what's happening this weekend at Meridian and the Motorplex at the Mill. And then we'll get back down there to Twin next weekend. And that brings us just a couple weeks away from the Pink Lady Classic up here. And then a championship night on September 28th down there at Magic Valley. We do want to say, I got a phone call today on Wednesday night, September 11th. We are going to chat with the promoter of the Open Wheel Showdown. He's got 3 big shows, one in Las Vegas, one in Los Angeles, and he has just added another one in the great state of Florida in February. So DJ Hamilton is going to join us on September 11th at 8 o'clock. And we're going to chat a little bit about the Pink Lady Classic. He's efforting to get his car ready for that. And 3 big open wheel showdowns that has really been one of the cool things to watch. Last year in Vegas, it was a pretty cool show with super mods and the sprint cars. So what else do you got? What else is going on down there, Patrick? You ready for a championship finished run here coming up?
Yeah, looking forward to the 7th. We're going to have trucks, late models again, midgets, street stocks, mini stocks, and bombers. So we're just looking to try and make the most out of the last month of racing that we're going to have up there and try and enjoy it before we have to, sign off and start the countdown for next season.
All right. Well, we appreciate Taylor and Kendra and Andrew and Sam for coming on and joining us. All those drivers are going to be fun to watch in the coming weeks as the season winds down. Again, Saturday night, Meridian is dark, so we're all going to head out to the Motorplex at the Mill to watch some Speed Tour Super Mods, and then wrap up your Labor Day weekend on Monday. And then we'll be back with a little Magic Valley preview. We're going to get some Twin Falls drivers on for next Wednesday. Patrick will get some of those guys and gals on the air to get them, because you guys are down to your last. Oh, darn it. Don't go anywhere. I just erased it again. Uh-oh. Do you see the comments, Patrick?
I don't see comments.
Okay, hang on. Oh, hang on. There they are. Sorry. I got that little button that I hit. Got 3 more comments, so I'll make sure we got everybody good. Spanky was late. So we'll give him a rolled black flag.
It's all good. He's a busy guy.
Just a little warning for Spank. Nice thing is about the show, though, you can jump onto the YouTube channel. It's got it saved on the page or Facebook. Watch it forever and ever. Subscribe to the YouTube page. That way Patrick and I's Pit Stop podcast can jump to the top of some of those boards. And, what we had 1,300,000 people watching tonight, Patrick.
Yeah, our goal is 1.5 million. We'll get there.
We'll get there. But to the 12 people still watching, the other million just went off the air. They were too late. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. These kids need to get to bed so they can go street stock racing this weekend and battle for a championship. We'll see everybody at the Motorplex at the Mill, and then Meridian Speedway live on speedcast.tv if you're not in the area for the Speed Tour Supermods Labor Day extravaganza. And don't forget, if you're in the Eastern Oregon area, 2 big nights of racing at Hermiston Raceway this weekend as well. So anything before we head out, Patrick?
Just thanks to the guests that came on, to those 3 with you, and Andrew Palmer. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us.
Spanky says no rolled black flag, just DQ him. No, we can't DQ him.
Spanky's the best, man.
Yeah, Natalie Waters on board as well. So we appreciate you guys. Share the page, share the podcast. We'll throw it up on a couple of the pages here in a little bit, and we will catch you next Wednesday. We're going to do one more big Magic Valley season review and bring some drivers. We'll probably get Spank and Riley on here and see how the season went with Patrick and the crew down there at Twin Falls.
Sounds good.
So until then, we'll catch you next week, 8 o'clock Wednesday, and enjoy the Labor Day weekend and enjoy the races.